Hey everyone, and welcome to Icon UK. This is a channel where lots of YouTubers like to come together and collaborate, so make sure you check out the other Icon girls and subscribe. Today, myself and Hannah Witton are here to share with you our top tips for eating healthily. So if you've got any tips of your own that you'd like to share with us, make sure you leave a comment below. Let's roll into the video.
Our first tip is to eat local and organic where possible. This isn't just good for your body, but it's also good for the environment and just helps support local businesses. And our next tip is to read the small print. And here we don't mean obsessing over calorie numbers or nutritional values and things like that. It's more about the ingredients, like what is actually in the thing that you are buying, because a lot of packaging will have buzzwords in it, like it is this free and like 0% this. But then when you actually look at the ingredients list, you can see how healthy it is. Yeah. If something has just one ingredient, great.
Whole Foods, more of those.
If it has a small list of ingredients, great. It's when you get big long lists.
Our next tip is to not always listen to the media. The media has a lot of misinformation and they do present such different kind of ideas of what is the best way to eat all the time, and it's constantly changing. So I just feel like it's a dangerous thing to kind of latch on to anything that the media is promoting at any one time. The next thing we would like to talk about is fad diets. Just forget them. There's a big difference between healthy eating and going on a diet. I think the reason that diets don't really work is because you go on a diet and then you have to come off the diet.
Yeah, then the diet ends, and then what?
Yeah, you just have to focus on forming healthy habits, and so take one thing and work that into your routine, and then when that's stuck, work on the next thing. Don't go into these things where it's like, lose 10 pounds in 10 days. It's just water weight and it'll come back on and it'll slow your metabolism, and there's no reason to go on a diet. No.
Our next tip is to focus on one meal at a time and not to try and set yourself these big long-term goals, because if you slip up and maybe eat an unhealthy meal that you're not happy with, it's unhealthy to then think, oh no, I've ruined it. I just now have to eat unhealthy meals for the rest of the time. I've ruined this whole diet thing. Also, it can be quite overwhelming if you are thinking of a long-term goal of like, I need to change my whole diet and my whole way of living. Yeah, exactly. Whereas if you focus on one meal at a time, it's just a lot easier to manage. Change up what you eat so you don't get bored. There are loads of ways to do this. You can check out different recipes online and cook different foods, or go to different restaurants.
When I started eating better, I would make myself try one new food every week. And I still there's still foods that I haven't tried still. But every week I would pick one fruit or vegetable or just something I'd see in the health food store and I'd try it. And sometimes I didn't like them, but most of the time I found that I did.
Small changes can make a lot of difference. For example, swapping out white bread for like wholemeal bread. It's just little things like that, and they really do make a difference. Try home cooking. This one really applies to me because I eat out a lot, and so I'm trying to get back into home cooking.
Yeah, it's much better to cook from home because then you know exactly what's in your meal, you know what ingredients you're using.
Also, you can bulk cook food and then freeze it and then eat it throughout the week.
Yeah, and it's cheaper.
The next thing is do not shop when you're hungry. And I'm such a hypocrite because I do this all the time, because I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat lunch.
I need all the calories now.
And I'm like, oh, I've got no food in the house, and then I go to the shop and it's the worst idea, because also when I'm hungry, I think I want things to eat that I don't want to.
Yeah, it drives your body toward like the densest calorie sources, so you instantly want stuff that combines like sugar and fat, and they're the things that our body's like, what are you feeding me? What is this? Yeah. Like, you're just straight for the cookies and the mac and cheese and all that kind of stuff. So just we're hungry right now and it's making us drool. Our next tip involves water and drinking water really regularly. It's recommended that we drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day, and water is responsible for like everything in your body running properly, and it's great for your skin. It helps all your digestion and everything like that. People often find as well that they think they're hungry when they're just thirsty.
Yeah.
If you're trying to transition from drinking fizzy drinks every day, I used to do this. Maybe just wean off it rather than going straight into just, oh, I'm just gonna drink water now. So you can go from fizzy drinks to the diet ones, which aren't actually better, and then go to juice, and then maybe go to try fizzy water with fruit in it, and then try teas. So you have herbal teas and green teas, and you will get to a point where you're like, I'm fine with water now, we're friends, let's do this.
Another thing which I like to try and do a lot is to have healthy snackable items just like around the house.
Yes.
So always stock up on fruit and have a fruit bowl that is like out in the open. So when you're feeling a little peckish and you just want a snack, it's just very easy to like grab a banana or grab an apple. And instead of like having crisps and chocolate in the cupboard, have things like carrots and hummus in your fridge.
So guys, those were our healthy eating tips. We really hope you enjoyed, and make sure you give a thumbs up if you did. You can watch more videos right now if you want to click any of these here on the screen, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more uploads from Icon UK. Bye!